Well, the Rios of Mercedes Amateur Futurity Championship has just come to an end, and we have a little bit of a first time happening here at the Futurity because with Destini Benson as the champion. Tell them where you're from, Destini.
I'm from Hillsborough, New Jersey.
A little further than the east of the Mississippi, so you actually are the first champion that we've ever had from New Jersey. How does that make you feel that you are kind of setting a new ground plowing new ground for people in cutting?
It makes me hopeful that the sport will grow like a lot bigger back home and more people will get involved in it. But it makes me feel very happy to be the first one to do it. I'm very happy about it. All right, on this first cow, they had a black Angus cow picked out for me. It had real muddy sides. I brought it up here on the outside and got it cut. It was a good, solid cow. And I didn't see it at first, and I saw it, and then it kind of came up, and it separated nice and everything, and it was a good cut, and I felt pretty good about the cow. It tried my horse just enough, but not too much, and felt good. Kind of had a little bit of a hard time getting off of it. I was a little worried about that, but it kind of worked out there in the end. It was just enough for my horse. Felt good for a solid cow, and I was happy about it. Thought he was real good. And the second cow they had picked out was another black Angus cow with a brown saddle on it. It was a little bit deeper in the herd this time, and tried my horse a lot more than the last cow. Just helped make the run, and once I got the cow cut, I was a little nervous about how my horse would handle it, but he handled it very well. This one was a little bit harder for me to cut because it wasn't in as good a position, but I got it more towards the outside, and it shaped up well for him in the end. And right here was when I was a little worried because I could tell it would be a lot more cow than the first cow, but the horse was really consistent and solid, and I knew he could handle it, and I trusted him and just kind of was patient with him and rode him to where he needed to be, and he handled it well. This last cow we kind of just cut last minute. It was a good cow to finish up on. It was just enough, but not too much, and finished up the run good here. Kind of wish I was on the cow a little bit longer because right there in the middle he finished up good, but the horse was good, and I was really happy with my run. It went well.
Well, you're going to be taking home nearly $9,000 to New Jersey, and what do you think you're going to do with your prize money?
I'm going to probably give it to my dad because he's the one that supports me the most when it comes to the horses and let me ride horses and all that, and he spent enough money in this sport to let me do this, so he deserves to keep it, definitely, for sure.
Now, your horse is a Widows Freckles named Jimmy Cracked Corn, and the song is called Jimmy Cracked Corn and I Don't Care, but it looked like your horse is really doing a good job for you this afternoon, or this evening.
Yes, he is named after the song. I just talked to his breeder. But yeah, he is a good horse. He is super consistent, and he's just been getting better and better, and I showed him in the limited finals, so I was kind of worried about him being tired, but he held up, and he's been good, and he makes you feel good when you go down there to the herd because you know he's going to be good. He's just a very good, solid horse.
Well, you scored a 217 in the semifinals. You scored a duplicate score here in the finals. Did you see that your horse was doing a lot of the same thing? I mean, what about him makes him work for you?
He gives you confidence because he's broke and he's super consistent on the cow. I felt like tonight he had to do more because that second cow really challenged him, but that's where he's a good horse to show because I trusted him. I knew he'd turn around every time and he'd go stop that cow, and you can really ride him to that stop, and you know he's going to be good. He's like showing a 6-year-old. He's phenomenal. He's a good horse. He's very good.
I saw that he looks very athletic. Great stop on him. What do you think is making him be the great horse that he is as far as his structure and that kind of thing is concerned?
Honestly, it's probably his mind. He'll snort at things and act kind of goofy sometimes, but he is just sane. He's always consistent and solid. He doesn't get rattled. On my first cut, when a cow bumped into him, it scared him a little bit, but he just comes right back down, and he's super forgiving, and he's a perfect horse for an amateur to show.
Well, that's it from the NCHA Rios of Mercedes Amateur Futurity Competition. Destini Benson, our winner, all the way from New Jersey. Congratulations, Destini. We're going to see you in the future.
Thank you.